Hi, in today's tutorial, you'll learn how to make a calendar in Microsoft Publisher. To find Publisher on your Windows computer, find the Start menu, click there, then find All Programs, Microsoft Office, and then choose Microsoft Office Publisher from the list. Once Publisher opens, we want to click on Publications for Print. Scroll down to Calendars. You'll notice there's a large variety of styles and sizes of calendars available. You can choose from full page or wallet size photos. I'm going to choose the full page Art Left calendar. Under calendar options, you can choose different color schemes. I'm going to choose Bluebird. You can also choose different font schemes. I'm going to choose Georgia Bold. Back under calendar options, we can make our calendar portrait or landscape. We can choose a yearly calendar or a monthly calendar, and we can change the date range. I'm going to create a calendar for August. In that case, I would choose August as my start date and my end date. You could also make several months at one time. If I wanted one for the whole semester, I could choose August through December. When choosing multiple months, each month is displayed as a separate page at the bottom of the screen. Page 1, August. Page 2, September. 3, October. 4, November. And 5, December. You can delete a page by finding the number, right-clicking, and then choose Delete Page. On the August calendar, I'm going to change the picture. I'm going to click on the picture in the center. Once it's selected, I hit Delete. Now I'm going to choose my own picture. So I'm going to Insert, Picture. I'm going to choose something from ClipArt. If you have an image saved on your computer you'd like to use, you can choose that by going to From File. Under the ClipArt menu, I'd like to put an apple. So I search for apple, and several options come up. I'm going to choose the apple with the books by clicking on it, and it appears on our calendar. You could also choose it by clicking on the gray arrow and choosing Insert. Now I'm going to move the apple by clicking on it and dragging it over to the box. I'm going to use the corner arrows to make it larger. And now I'm going to change the text at the bottom by clicking in the text box. I'm going to highlight the text and retype my own text. Welcome back to school. I'm creating a calendar I would give to my students on the first day of school. This would show them important events and assignments that they needed to know about for the first month. To add something to the calendar, simply click in the box that you'd like to add it to. I'm going to make my font smaller by clicking on Decrease Font here at the top. You can also increase the font with the button next to it. I'm going to write First Day of School. I didn't make my font small enough, so now I'm going to highlight it and make it a little smaller. Let's make sure that school matches. Now we can center our text. We can align it to the left or align it to the right. If I want my students to know about upcoming assignments, I can enter those as well. Again, I'm going to decrease my font to make sure that it fits in the box. And then I'm going to write that they have quiz on Chapter 1 on the 12th. On the 18th, my students have a test. also want to add a picture to make sure they don't miss that on the calendar. So just as we did with Apple, I'm going to search this time for caution. I want something to show them something important is coming. Again, I can click on the picture, or I can click on the gray arrow and choose Insert. Now again, I'm going to resize the picture, but this time I'm going to make it smaller. I want it to fit in the box with the words test. Now I'm going to click and drag it over to the box. Now when I give this to my students, they'll see something important on the 18th. Now, to save this calendar, I'm simply going to go to File, Save. Now I'm going to choose to save it on my desktop. Now I'm going to save it as August 09. Now the calendar's there and available for me to use later. To print the calendar, I simply click Print, and my calendar will print. Now I have my calendar available to give to students, and they have blank boxes they can add their homework assignments to later. I hope you can find many uses for your calendar.